my good boy. My good boy, Biscuit. Yes, look. Back in the studio. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel. And welcome again to Sir Edmund Jeremiah Garibaldi Biscuits, the CEO of Estee Lauder. Biscuit hasn't been featured in my videos recently, and it's because I don't think you like sitting up here for very long. You keep looking at ways of escaping and getting down. Look.
Oh, how the outdoors! I long for it.
You're allowed out at all times of the day or night. All you have to do is sit by the door. Don't you stick your tongue out at mummy. I took a lovely photo of you the other day, didn't I? With my new camera, yes. America's Next Top Who. And talking about America's Next Top Host, my lovelies, it's time for another Scandal, girls. You want to get down? You want to get down? You've said hello to your adoring audience. You want to get down now?
Yeah.
Yes? You give me the side eye. Have I disturbed you? Okay, go on then. Dog fur is just the gift that keeps on giving more and more housework. Welcome back, my lovelies. Welcome to the Chanel. It is boiling hot today here on the south coast of the United Kingdom. So you're getting a plain black t-shirt and you're going to be happy about it. That's it. There is no fashion today. Cancelled! It's even a bit too hot to have my hair down. I actually really want to tie it up, but you know, this does go with the look, doesn't it? She's a woman! So, my lovelies, what an absolutely batshit bonkers experience we're having with this season. In the last episode, we saw the rainbow fish storyline for Eva. In the last episode, we had the most inflammatory sentence ever, which is this the worst photo in top model history? And it was about Yuvi and her bizarre little rainbow fish scale storyline. Don't really understand. Why would you do that? And then be like, oh, well, you do look awful, don't you? The makeup we put on you. Bye. A terrible idea from a very terrible woman. I want to get straight into it today, my lovely. So shall we have a fight? No. I mean, we could if you want. I'll see you around back, bye.
The bins!
One of the top comments from the last episode of America's Next Top Scandal, girls, is by Big Vitch Energy, and they say, making someone pay for their own medical bills after they suffered something out of their control on a reality TV show is the most American thing ever. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, my lovelies, I was recently in San Francisco for a secret little YouTube event. And I had a wonderful time in San Francisco. It's a lovely place. Lovely. Honestly, great. The driverless cars, absolutely bonkers. Well worth it if you get the chance. It's really surprising how quick you get used to it and you feel like you can freely talk about anything. Business meetings in the Waymo host. But, my lovelies, you've all got to just systemically refuse your healthcare system. I don't know how else I can say that. You need to do that. It's awful. Terrible. Scandalous, some might say. I find it obscene that with my credit card, I get global healthcare insurance for less than £100 a year. Right, that's enough about insurance companies and the robbing nature of capitalism. Shall we have another episode today of America's Next Top Model?
Yes. Yes.
Grab yourself a beverage, my lovelies. I'm in a pint glass today, so I'm feeling a little bit like, what's happening at the moment that's very laddie? Oh, the Euros are happening, aren't they? Britain out of the Euros? I don't understand. England!
No, not today.
Suck a dick. Grow up. Oh, she's a boiling woman today. Make sure you're sitting comfortably, pop your little hanger right into your scandal hole, and let's watch episode 5 of America's Next Top Scandal, girls. Cycle 4. Oh!
Put you in my oven!
Right, have I got my lenses good? Am I standing the right place? I keep standing in the wrong place recently and having to edit myself in a very peculiar way. It's very upsetting. Right, are you ready? Previously, on my wig.
UV first. These will be a Beyonce. I wanna Beyonce.
Oh, imagine if I just threw my neck out and was like, oh my god, it's got to pay hospital bills. No, it's not funny though, is it? It's a very serious matter for Tatiana. Ilvi. Has Tatiana gone or is she still here? I don't feel like, have we heard a lot about, no, she is still here, isn't she? Becky girl, Brandy girl. Sarah did go home on the PNG challenge, didn't she? Yes. Kayla, I drive myself insane sometimes with the voice that I do. Imagine if I just made every episode like, hi everyone, so I think today we should think back to a time in our lives where we watched a reality TV show and it was a modelling show. I quite liked this modelling show. That's all, really. Imagine, girlies, imagine if I was like that all the time. You'd all be asleep, wouldn't you? A lovely lullaby. Tiffany, girls, who has what it takes to become a woman on the go? That is the most iconic opening, I think, of a season. Right, we are in the dark. Oh,
Kind of weird.
my goodness, look! They've been at After Effects. Wow, right in the
Kind of
next
weird
generation.
that Brandy's gone there.
Very, very weird.
Everyone's whispering.
I think it's great.
Oh yeah. Yesterday,
Oh, Brandy went, didn't
I
she?
was
Yes,
just thinking,
she did.
all right, I'm going
What's
home.
all this
It's
paraphernalia?
the worst photo in the history of America's Next Top Model.
To hear that it's the worst picture, I feel like I have more pressure. I have the worst
Oh,
picture
do
in
you?
America's.
What a surprise! You know, when someone at work tells me, not that I work. I do, I just work for myself. She's a businesswoman, everybody. Do you know what I love, though? I love the idea of going to the office or to the counter or to the teaching office. No, what is it called? Classroom. And someone goes, this is the worst work you've ever done. In fact, actually, it's the worst that this establishment has ever seen. That might make you feel like you need extra pressure. I wonder if production was like, so you were told last week that you are just the worst thing we've ever seen. How does that make you feel? Because I highly doubt she would have just pulled that out of thin air and just decided to confess that in a confessional.
Next Top Model history. Holy camole, I'm that girl.
Holy camole.
I can't believe that.
She's that girl. She is. Better to be memorable
Michelle's like
than
the girl that stays to herself and doesn't try
Gay.
to fit in, or doesn't try to, make conversation or make friends.
Right,
Her
is this
personality is so
anti-
much different than the other girl.
Oh, I thought they gave her a toner in the last episode. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I know what this episode's going to be. If you see, she's itching her skin. So we are going to hear a salacious scandal today. Another one. Another healthcare scandal.
This morning, I have a couple spots on my face that are actually breaking out, and they look like little, burn circle things. I've never had this happen before, so I have no idea what it is.
How do you get things like that on your face?
I don't know what's going on with Michelle's face. She says she just wakes up with these sores.
So maybe she hurts herself to make herself feel better.
Witchcraft.
That is so...
I was like,
Sorry, I don't know what's happening here, but the idea of just being like, oh, you're injured, you probably hurt yourself to get attention, don't you? That is so out of left field. I'm like, where would Noelle even get that idea? I understand, like, you with the girlies, you're having a bit of a kiki, you can be like,
Oh, I bet she does all that, doesn't she, girl? Yeah, right up her own pussy.
I'm sorry, what?
but to do it on TV is a little bit of a different ball game, I think. Like, we're all kind of quite awful people with our besties, aren't we? Let's be honest. As soon as you meet your bestie, your brain cells gone. But it's very read the room, sis. She's going to see this. And do you want to be remembered forever by being the one who inferred such a thing?
do you
So,
worship the devil?
She's got scabs that big on her head.
I don't know why no one is concerned. Everyone's like, she's got all this going on. Why is no one like, oh my God, she needs to see a doctor? Immediately. Right, here we go. Tyra Moomst.
You
She
all
loves
have
an email.
assets, but you also have flaws. See if you can make up for them. Be ready at 2:45
How
p.m.
dare you?
Tyra.
No such thing. This is very deep urban music.
here
She's
at
an
Makeup
urban
Designery and
woman.
hopefully-
Wait, a finger licking moment. Who is this gentleman outside? Look at this elderly man.
Yes! Men! Yes! And they're on YouTube!
I wonder if we'll be seeing more of them later. Oh! Makeup Designery! Mud! Do you remember Mud Cosmetics? I used to be on their PR list. Are they still around?
We're at the Makeup Designery, and hopefully they teach me how to do
Incredible
makeup.
powder blushes.
Because I can do mascara, and that's about it.
Beauty school!
We're sitting inside and we're expecting somebody with some kind of professional status right about now.
Right.
Good afternoon.
And this is old man, and he started talking.
My name's Paul Thompson, and I'm an instructor here at the Makeup Designery today. This is my assistant, John. We're gonna do about a 3-hour class in beauty makeup.
We're like, wait.
The thing is, like, obviously, I know who it is. I don't think you guys might know. Well, you might have. I mean, this did air 20 years ago. I do want to say, back in time, I don't think we saw a lot of this. Like, you would never, if you were outside of this transformative makeup world, maybe outside of makeup, hair and TV, you might not have ever seen prosthetics in real life done. You know, like everyone's seen like the joke nose or the joke chin or the joke mustache at the joke shop. But you might not have ever seen movie level prosthetics. And nowadays we have people like the Alexis Stone doing the most incredible prosthetics transformations in real life and attending very haute couture fashion events. Now, Alexis does in fact watch my content from time to time, so I'm gonna share a little tidbit about me and Alexis Stone. The very first modelling shoot that I ever did was for Alexis Stone's line of alternative bridal wear. We did a photo shoot in a winery and I had to climb in a bush. We go way back, girl, way back. Way back to Guru, if you know what that means.
Wait a minute. This can't be the guy that's gonna teach us.
Lip pencil.
She needs a hair toner.
Lip pencil can save your lips. Excuse me. Don't talk during my class. Thank you.
Scandalous.
Thank you very much. Foundation.
We're just bored out of our minds, ready to fall asleep at any second.
Y'all better work it, girls. Work!
Oh, it's fun, isn't it? Before and after. I'll tell you what, Jay's fashion is kind of... I like it. It's very Matrix. Hello? Biscuit? No? Just an eerie door? Okay. All this dark gothic outfits. He does dress a little bit like how we all used to dress when we were 14, 15 years old in the grunge movement, in the grunge/goth movement in high school. Remember that? Any British people here? British millennials? Yeah. Love it. I still love it. Love it. Basically dressed the same now, just a bit more elevated. Incredible transformation, but we are watching in 240p.
I would have even expected to be Tyra before it was him.
This is the real Paul Thompson, guys. Paul is the director of education here at the Makeup Artist Designery, and Paul is actually responsible for this makeover today. We did this to illustrate the power that makeup truly has to transform you girls.
Yes.
I think the reason that Mr. J dressed up is to show the rest of us that even though Michelle has scabies, she can still be beautiful.
So first,
Especially
I want
with
you guys
like
all
the
to pick
joke
a partner really quickly.
symbol.
Who here can
How
tell
are they?
me
Actually, they're in a makeup space, aren't they? How are they going to even begin to tackle something like Michelle's condition that she's suddenly developed? It's not something that she's had forever. It's something that she's suddenly developed. So she's probably caught it in this model house in LA.
Who here can tell me what's a go-see?
A go-see is when you go to a client or a designer and
You
you
go
show
and
them,
see
you know,
a designer
your runway
or
walk and your
client.
portfolio.
Okay, that's pretty close, good. It's really important when you guys walk in to see a client to look natural. What I want you guys to do in
Effortless.
pairs,
I want you to do a go-see look on each other.
we've
Ooh, I love
got
that
some
overlay.
CoverGirl makeup
I
sitting
want
out
you to
here.
do a bloody
I want you
blurb
guys to
blurb.
create a clean,
God, what's
fresh,
that knife?
natural look using CoverGirl makeup.
Right.
I'm gonna go
Colour
get this
girl.
stuff off my face.
Good luck.
Let's do
All
it.
that for that. Gosh. She's a rock girl, music girl.
You make it look like a clown.
I like you with a purple.
I'm gonna look and see if
I
these
love
girls...
that. Do something natural and neutral. I want you with a purple girl. What would I do in this sort of a situation? Make sure that your dark circles or any sort of slight blemishes are concealed. A light veil of powder to get rid of any shine, to help mattify the skin, but still keeping it satin. Groom your brows, groom your lashes. Maybe put a very, very slight neutral tone on your cheeks and on your lips. That's kind of it, really. Should take minutes to do.
really understand the fact that they need to look clean, fresh, and natural. I mean, there's a whole lot of makeup on that table. They have to look like they're not made up.
When I'm applying makeup to myself, I believe that I'm very good at it. However, being forced to figure out how to work with someone else's face is a lot more complicated.
I agree. That's why people train as makeup
I want to
artists.
cover that up and cover that up.
I actually have two partners, Tiffany and Yuvi. You can just cover it with like blush or something.
Yeah.
I felt really horrible because they were trying to hide the spots on my face.
A little bit more blush and you are good to go. Look pretty.
She looks
And they're
very
like, "Oh,
intense
it's okay, you're
for a natural
beautiful."
look. But you shouldn't put makeup on fresh wounds. If she is having a reaction, it kind of looks like MRSA a little bit, like an MRSA reaction, which can happen when you're really run down and stressed. So are we surprised?
My face is falling off. How can I be happy about that?
You shouldn't really be
I don't
putting
know even how to
cosmetics.
do makeup.
So just try it. We
Both of you, teamwork.
But I also understand that, like, saying you shouldn't really put makeup or cosmetics onto, like, wounds or open pimples and things like that isn't really viable when you work in an industry where you have to look great and you have to look presentable. I can say, I'll do all that until the cows come home, but sometimes you just have to do it. And to do it, you kind of have to keep yourself as sanitized as possible. Keep everything sanitized, take everything out of its pot, don't cross-contaminate, and use as least as you can to get away with it. And on areas where the skin is really dry, creams and liquids that don't fully dry matte are gonna be your bestie, girl, your bestie. And I couldn't really see any like sprays or anything on the table of makeup ready to go, but if you still need to set something, I would avoid powder and just use a strong setting spray.
Okay, just calm down.
Her eyeshadow
Just
is
always
gorgeous.
just like in
Hair
this
up really suits
competitive
her.
mode. And my dad used to have these little things that come up on his skin because he would be too stressed out. So Michelle, you know, maybe you just need to relax.
What's wrong? Chill. I just suck at makeup. She flipped out about the makeup, and I didn't know how to do makeup. Really didn't know how to do makeup, you know, but we were having fun.
I hate it when I don't know how to do stuff.
She just says that she's just a perfectionist and she's just so hard on herself, but something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. She's having a
The
breakout.
point of today's lesson was all about that natural, fresh look.
Right.
Yuvi, you actually look great, because normally... Oh, okay, Tiffany. You get 2 points for that one.
And Michelle.
Oh, and Michelle, okay.
Oh.
You look fresh, you look natural, you look soft. And that's really important. Noelle?
I thought he would have gone up and inspected them closer than that. A bit like Val with her magnifying glass. I would have been like, do you look like a natural woman?
No, not today. I'm off medication.
The answer would have been yes, because what do natural women look like?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this.
Everything.
Your base is too pale and your lips are too pale, so you actually look like a little sick.
The only
Is that
chance I
not the
really
vibe?
get to keep up with fashion and to learn about it is through magazines during my lunch break at work, because at home, I'm taking care of my son. So, little out of my element.
Okay,
That
who
would
did
have
your
been
makeup?
Christina.
Did you use the True Blend?
No, I didn't use any foundation on her. We went for the natural look. We just put a little bit of concealer on her.
But natural needs help. So what's our lesson of the day? Like, go see makeup. It's makeup that doesn't look like what?
Like makeup.
Exactly.
It's basically glamorous contouring and shadowing with a little bit of coverage. That's all it is. Really soft. Think soft. You had nothing to say about Michelle.
Hell out of me. It's just, I'm a perfectionist and I like kick myself all the time.
Every time there's some kind of activity to do, she always beats herself up about it. And now her face starting to get worse and it's starting to feel worse and she's starting to feel ugly. Oh, it's getting worse.
It is. It looks gross.
I've always wanted to feel, gorgeous and beautiful. But then I'll go and look in the mirror and it's like, my nose is too big, my skin's not, healthy, and I'm looking at everyone else around me. I look nothing like them.
Oh, Michelle. If that isn't the most heartbreaking thing you've ever heard, that to me does sound a little bit like there's some past history. I don't necessarily know if trauma is the right word here, but perfectionist people pleasers who want to do good at things, usually that starts from a young age where someone, maybe your guardian, maybe your caregiver, maybe someone who's in an authority position above you, is never happy with something you do. That's what it sounds like to me. But I think Michelle is gorgeous. I just wish they would have given her a toner, girl! But no one still is saying, would you like to go to the hospital for this lesion?
I missed you so much.
Damien.
And I'm coming home very, very soon, I promise.
Are you?
My son Damien means like everything. It's really like an
Lovely
indescribable
eyelashes.
feeling, I guess, when you feel like you're missing literally a part of yourself.
Once you have a baby, it's not just my life anymore, It's like I don't just do all this stuff for myself. I do it for the better life of my child.
Oh, she's like, what? I agree. Actually, having Biscuit in my life, I know it's not quite a child, but he is probably going to be my only child ever. I do find that he and his lifestyle is a driving factor for me to keep up this.
Noelle talks constantly about her child 24/7. It's like, okay, we got it. You have a kid. Next.
Okay, I mean, relatable, but also didn't have to say it quite like that, but there we go. Here she is, ready for a business lunch, business dinner.
Sit down, everybody.
Right, well, here we go.
You guys going through a lot of stress?
Yeah.
Especially when I stand up every week and you don't know if I'm gonna call your name, right?
You and I were talking about how if we put all the stressful moments of everything we've been through in the past together in one day, it'd be less stressful than how we go through every day here.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna...
They just wafted past that, didn't they? She was like, yeah, it is, yeah, it's just about to get a lot worse, isn't it? Hold on to your wig.
My Nana takes her wig off when she's drunk.
Take you guys one by one, and we're gonna be able to talk. All right?
Sorry, this
All
is
right.
still very...
That reminds me so much of lemonade, all right?
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
Weird for me.
What's weird?
And I'm talking to you.
Really?
I'm like...
She knows
I
what
can't
she's
believe
doing.
this.
She's like, come and sit near me and let me hear all your confessions.
Anything you want to talk to me
on television.
Yeah.
We have to remember that not only is Tyra a celebrity in this moment, like a superstar, super like internationally renowned brand and face and name, she's also the executive producer here. So anything you say to her, she's thinking, oh my goodness, that would be a great storyline. I'll forward that over to the storyline producer for you. Yes. But with the benefit of hindsight, would anyone have ever given any information to Tyra? Would there have even been an America's Next Top Model if everyone knew how they were going to be portrayed?
I have a lot, but my mind just has...
Is it blank?
Yes, it has a brain muffin.
Yeah.
I know my bad points, which is weird for me because I'm not fixing them, and I know I need to.
Your face is such an interesting face, but it's a face that has to be very careful.
Oh, she's quirky.
Because you have such a beautiful, heavy eye, but if not held right, it can be like, but if held right, it's pow.
I don't know if I would like to sit down and hear a pep talk from someone who said I took the worst photo in the history of time ever. Just last night, apparently.
How are you handling the pressure?
Here we go.
Of being in this competition?
I don't know whether it's like the stress or the makeup.
Send it to
or, like,
hospital,
these
Tyra.
little things on my face and see. I don't know if that's like the stress. It's kind of scaring me.
I don't think that's stress or makeup, Michelle.
Yeah,
I've had skin problems too. Like I've had warts as a little girl. I used to get these like black patches on the left side of my thigh that I used to have to get burned off. But I've never seen anything like that. You're gonna see a dermatologist? Are we getting that for you?
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay, good. So, dermatologist.
How you doing?
You know,
Dermatologists hate her.
You know, I don't. I just feel like I don't really fit in here. I want to be a model. Lord knows I do. But sometimes I may not know what a certain word means, or like a lot of times we'll go out to eat and I'm just sitting there in the blue.
Like the menus might have things like foie gras and smoked salmon with creme fraiche, and you're like, what the heck is that?
But that's not being a model. Being a model isn't the food you eat. It isn't the restaurants you go to. It isn't even the words you have to hear other people say. It is about, can you convey an emotion in an image or a video or an ad campaign to make someone part with their hard-earned cash? You are a glamorous, the most glamorous saleswoman in the history of time. Can you do it? And if you can do that, the rest will come with you. Nobody exits the womb knowing what foie gras is, even though it's vulgar.
Well, Tiffany, I was just like you. I didn't know what that stuff was when I first started modeling. And it's okay to ask questions.
It's just a lot going on.
Yes, I will say, I find it sometimes difficult to ask questions, so I use a lot of humour to mask things. So I will find myself in a situation where I might not know something and I will make a joke about it. And in a way, sometimes I feel like it falls flat on its face, but other times I think people like it and it can kind of, I don't know, diffuse the situation. She's the comedy queen.
And just being here and just thinking about home. I feel like I have nobody here.
But I think if you open your horizons, a lot of it is fear. You know, fear of something that's different. And I bet some of these girls have a similar experience to you.
I think it's not fear of something different. I think she's afraid to say the wrong thing because it means so much. Like, imagine if she went to a restaurant and she didn't know what foie gras was and the client was like,
oh, we're all having foie gras.
And she was like, I don't like it. I don't really know what it is. And they were like,
get out. You'll never be seen in Paris again.
I think that's what it is. Yes, it's fear, but it's not fear of the unknown and fear of the different. It's fear of how you come across in that situation. Been there, done that, girl.
Back home, like, I don't really like have a house that I'm staying at.
I just kind of am like staying on my friends' like couches and stuff because I had a house with my sister and then she kicked me out and she took all my money from me. And my mom, she stays with her boyfriend, so I basically was sleeping on the beach sometimes.
Well, I say just stay strong. Just keep your eye on the prize. You have a lot to gain.
Thank you, Tyra. Homelessness defeated. Do you see what I mean when I say she sits there and she waits for something to be said and she's like, that's your storyline? That's what we're going for? Thank you for sharing that dire information with me. Time to put it on TV in front of millions of people and you won't even win.
I'm having like the worst case of separation anxiety I think I've ever had.
Joy and Noel.
On the other end of the phone. Maho. I'm like, you don't understand, baby. Mama's doing this for a good reason. I never got to do anything for myself. I mean, I'm only 20. You know, I'm having a baby. You give that life up because he deserves that.
The industry now.
She is 15 years younger than me. If I had a baby at 20, they'd be 15 by now.
She's educated.
No.
It's so different. Before it was like you had a baby, career's over. Now models are popping them out like rabbits are popping them out. Yeah. And you can bring that baby to work. Definitely okay now. Well, give me a hug.
Oh my gosh.
Wild. Oh, screaming. Is that the Mickey Mouse logo?
You all had good and bad critiques. See if you can make up the difference.
Be ready at 7 a.m.
Gosh, 12 minutes in.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. in the morning, wigs. Get up, whore, time to die. Brought to you by Suno. The Salon of Beverly Hills.
Good morning. So we're here at the salon at Beverly Hills. What did we do yesterday?
The only salon.
A clean, fresh, natural look. Well, we're not going to do that today.
Right.
Does anyone here know what haute couture is?
Yes. Crazy.
Oh my God. You girls want to be fashion models. You got to know what this is. Well, haute couture is just high fashion runway makeup. Very elaborate and very fashionable and not looking common. So today we're going to put you girls to the test.
And
the challenge is to create an haute couture makeup look.
Why are they making them do makeup artistry things? You would never, ever in a million years be booked for a haute couture campaign and do your own makeup unless you are a very specific kind of person that has been asked. Most of the time, those people won't be models. They will be performers of some sort. You would never just have little old Kathy from the street modelling for haute couture be like,
and make sure you do your own makeup, girlie. You got the rim on mascara, yeah? It's stunning and you should have been in the top.
Never. It would be like saying, oh, we got Trisha McGrath on the phone, but you know what? I think Stacey needs to get in that fucking chair. Oh, dear.
5 makeup stations set up in the room over there. Foundation. Blush
More,
and eyeshadow.
so this is an undisclosed CoverGirl ad. Has CoverGirl ever been used in haute couture?
Mascara and eyeliner, accessories, and lipstick. You get 45 seconds.
This is just
at each
CoverGirl,
station.
like a CoverGirl
What I'm going to be
ad,
judging
this
you
whole
guys
thing.
on is your creativity and originality. The winner and 2 friends get a custom-made, one-of-a-kind item from a designer.
All right.
So let's go.
A custom-made, one-of-a-kind item from a designer. That could be a handkerchief.
It's gonna be interesting.
Right, come on, girlies.
I'm definitely worried about the whole skin aspect. This is a modeling competition, and I mean, looks do count, and I'm just kind of freaking out a bit.
Okay, go.
I was going to watch everyone else do their makeup and, you know, pick up a few pointers, but I was the very first one to go.
6 seconds.
Oh, you're serious?
Change stations, girls.
You've got 5 minutes to apply a couture look.
Don't laugh.
Change.
Had I been given 46 seconds, it might have been different. But that 45 just really killed me.
You got 10 seconds.
Okay, that's totally perfect. Okay, that was good.
Stop, change, next station.
I've got a blue eye.
Change.
I thought I did really awesome, but then I sat there and started watching the other girls, and I was like, damn, they're doing good.
All right, you're done. You know what?
What was the point? I know it's like a modelling show, but that doesn't show CoverGirl in a great way to be like, you get 45 seconds to do all that.
Was an experience for me.
This is where reality TV
You look
happens.
like an everyday mall girl.
Everyday
Okay,
lady.
Brittany looks kind of fashiony. I'm gonna give you points for that.
She does, I
Tiffany,
agree.
you look like a toasted Miss Piggy on crack. Noelle, you need to stay away from.
A toasted Miss Piggy on crack. That was not, you know, when I woke up today, I didn't think I was going to hear that sentence.
You look like those little girls that run to the mall and go, oh, I got a little glitter, I got a little star in my eye.
I have no clue what haute couture is. Not because I don't watch anything, but it's very hard to pay attention to a runway show on TV when your son's turning the TV off every 3 seconds.
UV?
I mean, that is a bit of an excuse. I do feel like that's like, well, my son doesn't let me watch TV, so I don't know what haute couture is or watch runways. It's okay to say you want to be a reality TV star. That's fine. You can do that.
Like Daisy Duke. You picked up lashes? Girl, you got so many lashes anyway. Michelle, I don't know. I know you were trying to save with the glitter at the end, but it's a little more Fright Night.
I just beat myself up over that because no matter what I do, there's something I could have done better.
Come up here, Naima.
Sounds like a perfectionist.
This is haute couture.
I don't know what it was. I was inspired by like Swan Lake or something.
Creativity, high fashion. Gotta give it up to you. You were great. All right, so now you get to pick 2 friends.
Oh, looking back into the past is amusing sometimes, isn't it?
To share your prize with you.
Oh.
Yumi and Christina.
Is she wearing a sensor bar?
Yumi and...
Oh, it's her top. I thought she was at breasts out.
Mummy's got breasts.
In the parlor, girls.
Christina.
Right, so they win also the designer item. God.
After that challenge, I realized that this was spreading on my face.
My face is getting worse, and I don't know what to do with it. It looks horrible, and then I'm getting another one on my chin, and another one below this one. See the round little burn thing that looks like it? That's how the other 2 started out.
Look, let me see.
No. Okay. It looks horrible.
This is serious. Like, this isn't just back in the muscle car, girl.
You
Bye.
get to go to a designer, and they're going to make you a one-of-a-kind piece.
Right,
Hi,
what's that?
I'm Lauren Scher, and welcome to my studio.
Just designer.
The
Okay.
reason why I'm here today is to custom make your own handbag. May I get this in black with the pendant? Yes? Of course.
Lauren's work is so great. It's hard to decide what you want.
It's gonna be a one of a kind that no one else is gonna have. It's just every girl's dream.
Oh, that's nice. The little fluffy handbag in black with a diamante.
Did I tell you? One of the girls got a flesh-eating bacteria on her face.
Oh, you know what? Let me just tell you, that's been all over the news. There is some strain of bacteria that is resistant to antibiotics.
It looks like her.
Wow, can you hear that? Can you hear that shocking turn of events, girl? Drama. Production knew what they were doing. In fact, yes, there is a microbial resistant, an antibiotic resistant microbial. MRSA, MRSA. Ironically, we covered this in Botch just in the last video, which is bizarre. And yes, in this day and age, we are actually facing even more microbial beings, bacteria that are antibiotic resistant. It's actually a huge problem waiting to burst in the medical sphere. So that's fun.
Skin is peeling off.
Well, I'm just telling you, Noelle, it's serious. You can get pneumonia and die from the pneumonia.
Did you know that there's a bacteria that's eating away at skin? What?
Far.
It's been all over the news. Someone has
spreads.
died from it already. I was like,
No, seriously, what is it? I'm flipping out because I don't want anything to eat my skin. You know, I love my skin.
It has been all over the news that there is a new flesh-eating bacteria that is uncurable by antibiotics.
Why is she like smiling while saying that?
It's all over the news. My mom said it's been on every major news station.
I haven't told her about Michelle. My mom found this. My mom just told me off the hand. She didn't. You didn't tell her about Michelle. I told her afterwards.
Did you guys use the same makeup?
I mean, I do understand because you are in a situation that is potentially quite frightening and fearful, but doesn't this just go to show the importance of sanitization when you are working with multiple different types of people from a single makeup kit? We didn't see any sanitation provided in that section of makeup stuff, but a professional makeup artist should know to do that. Oh, drama, drama, drama. Go. What is that?
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Sure. Do you know what? Sure, girl.
Have you been hearing anything about
All
this,
right, here she is,
skin
being
disease
shown as
that's
patient zero.
spreading around and like is incurable?
Yeah, I have.
You have.
That stuff that girl has kills people in probably one of the most disgusting manners.
Why would
yeah,
you?
I know.
Why would you scare your child like that whilst they're away from you?
I remember watching 2020 and they said there's more germs on a telephone than there is a toilet.
And it's flesh eating. And she says on her hip, it's on her back, like
On her hips.
She's gonna kill us.
I kept going in Michelle's room, peeping to make sure her face wasn't falling off on the pillows.
She doesn't breathe when she's sleeping.
I just feel too peachy keen right now. People don't want to be around that. We're scared that she's gonna touch her face and then touch something and us touch it. Ah!
Grandma.
Yeah.
Did you hear on the news about some kind of disease that eats your skin? Oh, you sure? You ain't hear nothing about it?
Y'all just get a life.
My grandma told me we need to get a life.
Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Read a book or something.
T, I agree. I think that production should have stepped in here and been like, obviously something is wrong here. Obviously something is going on here. The idea that there were cameramen, there were audio people, there were production staff, runners, interns, recording all of this drama, all of this bullying we are just seeing about a girl who can't control what's happening to her. And not one of them stepped in and said, okay, we're going to send her off to hospital right now to make sure that she is okay and everyone else here is also safe. I'm not saying it's like deeply contagious, but MRSA does spread. I kind of hate this kind of stuff because it goes to show you how fast people can panic in situations and how fast misinformation can spread. I mean, we saw this with the recent Panini. Left without information and left without critical information, people will jump to their own conclusions so fast and truly believe it.
Time out. There are 11 of you left, 10 more to go. The race is on. Be ready to show your true colors at 7 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
Tyra.
But look, they're all fine now. Michelle's standing there. They're fine.
Good morning. You guys all excited today? You got energy? Good.
Why is she at a
This
photo
week
shoot?
We've learned
Send her
all
to hospital.
about makeup and the power that it has to transform people. So today, you guys are all gonna have mustaches.
What?
Milk mustaches.
Oh!
We are doing this shoot
And
for
it's
Got
this
Milk.
episode!
And you know,
Oh my god, the Milk Mustaches episode where they subject children to race swapping. Oh! Right, are you ready for a ride, my lovelies? Goodness me! 20 minutes in, this is the most... I forgot, cycle 4, girls. I forgot. It was a different time. Still wasn't okay, but it was a different time.
Tyra's done the Got Milk campaign twice.
Got
so
Milk.
this is Geeta and this is Delaney.
Right.
They're gonna be your photographic team. Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities. The challenge here really is taking on the persona of that other ethnicity while in the photograph and owning it. Christina, you're gonna be an East Indian. Tiffany, you're gonna be Native American. Brittany, an African American woman. Kenya, Korean.
Now, I'm just gonna say, I don't agree with what we're about to see. I don't even agree with the makeup artists agreeing to do this. I think back in that day and age, we knew exactly what it was to do race swapping behaviors. I have always felt repulsed at seeing it. In fact, I actually remember in my photography classes back in, must have been 2003, 2004, around the time that this was airing, one of my lecturers showed us a series of photographs where a white celebrity was transformed into a black celebrity. After doing some digging, I've actually managed to find the exact images that I was shown back in the day. So these are by a graphic designer called Tibor Kalman, and he posed the question, what if Arnold Schwarzenegger was black, and what if Queen Elizabeth II was also black? Unfortunately, I can't find any further information on what the context of these images are. Like, what are they for? Why do they exist? And that's just not... It's just not right. It's just not right. Like, this is an entertainment show. When have you ever actually legitimately seen a haute couture household, an editorial campaign, or anything where race swapping? Why? Employ someone from that ethnicity. What's wrong with you people?
Kaylin.
We're featuring you as a Hawaiian.
Michelle, an Eskimo woman.
Also, that's a word we don't use anymore. That's not allowed. No, that is a slur. We don't use that. They are Inuit people.
An Icelandic Scandinavian. Tatiana, a biracial woman.
Wow.
Yuvi, a Swedish milkmaid.
Wow.
Becca, really dark, tanned Italian Sicilian woman. And Noelle, we're making you into a traditionally African woman with a head wrap and everything.
Wow.
Do you know what? I would love to interview one of the girlies from this season and really get to grips with like how they felt in this scenario, because technically they are all at the start of their career. They're all been invited to this, you know, monumental, hugely influential TV show to be TV stars. They are the ones with everything to lose in this situation if they say no to something. If any of these girls had said no to doing this, or said, actually, I feel like this is wrong, all of the people in power would have come down and been like, no, actually, it's right. And you know what? We watched an interview with Tyra Banks about this on my Chanel a long time ago, and she didn't even want to take ownership that this could have potentially caused harm to people. She didn't even display any accountability.
I'm half black, so being transformed into...
And you know what? That's Raja doing this makeup. Raja. I wonder how she would feel about it now, seeing this back.
A proud African woman, for me, is definitely an exciting experience.
So, of course, you know, we can't always make it easy, right?
This isn't easy.
You guys are gonna be posing with someone. You wanna meet who you're posing with?
Yes.
Come out here, Jared. Come here.
Sorry, what are they doing? What are they doing with Tatiana's hair? What is that?
Come out here, Jared.
They're giving her faux locks.
This is Jared. Wave.
A child. Gosh, they'd be like 25.
All you girls are gonna have...
Sorry, that's just so frightening. How did no one think that this wasn't a racist caricature? The thing is, there's absolutely no point to race swapping during this photo shoot. Like, not that there's any point to race swapping anyway, but this cast is incredibly diverse. Why didn't they just lean into that diversity and make it a real empowering moment instead of whatever this is? Bad
you
taste in
girls
mine.
are gonna have a little 3-year-old with you in your shot.
I'm excited because I love children. Obviously, I'm a mom, but it's just making it that much harder to be away from Damien.
I feel really bad
I
for
bet the
Michelle.
children are really
that she's
freaked
got
out about this.
Splotches of her face just peeling off. I know that must be really hard. But at the same time, I would never want her to have her child in her arms.
I was worried, really, really worried. And some of the other girls are like, oh my God, you need to go get that checked.
I'm a bit worried about putting makeup on all of that. I'm going to talk to Jay about it. Just make sure that it's not going to be an issue. Because I'm worried.
Does someone know voodoo in the house? Did you find any chicken bones laying around?
But she's bleeding up here now. Yeah, I'm worried about putting makeup over it because it could be leprosy.
These girls are under a lot of stress.
It looks like
It looks like it could be stress related.
Who are you?
But I'm not a doctor. So let's just try and get her to the doctor today then.
Yes! Why 8 days later than it needed to be?
I did have to leave the...
Sent to the doctor's office in a little denim skirt and heels. The 2000s. A mess.
I was kind of freaking out because I did have to leave the photo shoot and I didn't want to, you know, be gone for hours and hours and then come back and everyone be done.
Yeah, but sis, also your health is at risk here, so... Right, here we go, girls. Here we go. Just Korean, like... Kenya, Korean. What are we doing? What is this? Who came up with this idea? What are we doing? Why are we doing all that?
He's sliding up.
It's not about comfort, it's about the look.
We're having to deal with this little person. It's very challenging and very difficult, and he just didn't want to cooperate.
Look over there, look, it's a bird.
Photoshoot producer. So it's your fault. How funny. How funny that a middle-aged white guy, could be straight, could be not, don't know for sure, is producing a photo shoot like this. How funny. Chase the vibes. Chase the vibes, everybody. Chase the vibes.
Way of working them out.
High five. All right.
I'm Naima. Hi, Mom. What's your name? It's Nancy.
My father is black and Mexican Indian, and my mama is black and Irish. To be made up as...
She has such a diverse heritage. Why didn't they lean into that?
To be made up as a white woman, it's a little mind-blowing. It just goes to show you're ultimately defined by who you are, not by this outside.
I feel like that's as close to a critique as we're going to get. As close as we're going to get.
You have such expressive eyes. You're just sort of the perfect, like, want milk.
I was born in Mexico, but now I'm gonna be a blonde Swedish girl. I'm happy that I'm actually gonna be a person and not a fish or not an alien. I can do this. Are you ready?
That's actually a good point.
I'm ready.
Mouth closed.
I mean, aside from anything else, it's just really leaning into just absolute stereotypes, isn't it? A Swedish milkmaid. She's got a blonde wig on. Like, really?
Mouth closed.
And this is for a milk advert. Also, the dairy industry. Goodbye.
Let herself get a little distracted by the child.
The child.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just slipping.
You are slipping, huh?
Mouth closed.
Hi, Jared.
What a horrible idea for a photo shoot. Horrible.
Oh, my baby name is Chadrick.
She's cute.
Tiffany Noel might have a small...
She's cute. She's cute.
Tiffany
She's cute. Chase the vibes. Chase her!
Noel might have a small advantage just because they're used to holding a child on their arm. But I know that they're also having a really hard time seeing all these children around, and their children aren't there.
Are you excited to be playing with these kids?
Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. I'm excited, but at the same time, it's gonna be a lot harder.
How can I allow
just so
myself to be
shocking to
affectionate
see.
and have a connection with this child I'm working with?
Also, like, Africa is a continent, not a country. You can't just be like, African. Where? Not that that's the point either.
When I can't even be at home with my own son.
Oh, honey. Hold on, your daddy's right there, sweet pea. He's not leaving. Can we smile at the man with the pretty camera?
Austin definitely reminded me of Damien. I about broke down.
I would love a Hasselblad camera.
Tried so hard not to cry. It was definitely really hard.
Like, it's obviously difficult being away from your family, but I can't, no. Right, okay.
So you have something on your face that you can look at.
Funny how there's a camera at every moment to be like, right, yeah, we're documenting your story. Just let her go and fix this. This is not like a big fashion moment of reality TV. This is a serious health condition.
So you have something on your face that you can look at.
Yes, I have no idea what it is.
You ever heard of impetigo?
Val Garland.
No.
It's usually caused by bacteria, and it's easily treatable and probably will go away fairly quickly.
I am extremely relieved because I found out like my face isn't falling off and it's curable and everything.
If I'm like around other people, is it a possibility that I could give it to them or?
Only with contact.
It is kind of contagious.
Oh, so it is contagious. So what accommodations are production gonna give Michelle and the other girls in the house?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So I was kind of worried about some of the other girls.
A black girl with a nose job. Come on.
You're a Jackson. Just a tight little cute.
That is so unacceptable.
Bro.
Got milk? Oh, got milk? I got you, sweetie. I got you. You're not gonna go.
Couple more.
Like, aside from everything else, it's genuinely quite frightening. Like, it's body horror almost. Even this child is like...
You're not gonna go.
Couple more.
Brittany, best shoot to date.
Right, okay.
So, it'll clear up. It's a bacterial infection or whatever, and they gave me pills and cream and stuff.
Now that I know that she has impetigo, I feel like we did get a little out of control. And that we made it seem bigger than it actually is.
So, Tatiana, your face a little...
Yes, but also production didn't step in and say, come on now.
Little up. Go sleepy bye-bye on her cheek.
The kid was freaking
Biracial. Biracial. Again,
And her
biracial. Oh, gosh. Lightning. Biracial? What does that mean? What does that mean in this context? What does it mean? Shocking.
The kid was freaking heavy. Kids are not my thing.
Over this way.
Oh, God.
Christina, regal, not cold.
You're falling? I won't let you fall, I promise. That challenge was for us to be able to maintain a live prop.
It's so racist. It's so racist.
On the back. And a heavy one at that. Basically, those kids are healthy.
We have to just be careful with the kids.
Oh, I understand.
So what we did is we got a little doll.
You need to bond with your child.
Michelle is gonna have it easy with no weight on her baby.
It's not gonna be heavy like the rest of them.
She can move around, she can feel free, and her whole body is relaxed where the rest of us are tense with a 40-pound child on her hip.
Yeah, but she is ill. Would you rather she gave impetigo to a child, Rebecca? Or you, perhaps?
On a little bit and put your arm in a little bit.
Italian.
She kept slaying down, and my arms are not very strong whatsoever.
Excuse me, have you ever seen an Italian woman look like this? Ever?
It's a workout, isn't it?
Why has no one got a problem with this? It's so weird.
Just as a warning.
And a little island...
Have you ever seen a Hawaiian woman look like this? Never. Never.
And a little island girl smile, just with your eyes, you know?
Kaylin definitely struggled today because
Horrible photographer.
the
What do you
child
mean?
was very...
Do a little island girl smile with your eyes, you know? Grow up, get in the bin.
very, very heavy. So you saw this pained expression on her face.
Well, what do you expect? That's kind of what you want them to happen, okay?
Oh, this is unfair.
Her face is falling off. Back off.
I agree.
Yeah, but you done put it back on and then some.
Well, maybe she's just prettier than you. It's a theory.
I'm glad you laughed.
I remember when I first saw this scandalous moment about 3 years ago now on the Chanel. My respect for Matthew Anderson and Raja did dip because this is problematic, hugely problematic. Where do we go from there? Where do we go from there, girls?
Come on, let's be realistic here. Since you have the easiest job, you better pull the best faces.
What's the baby's name?
I think they named it Cletus.
Doll is obviously lighter than the 3-year-old child, but at the same time, the doll doesn't respond like a child does. I think it's a little more difficult. You
What's
did
the
one
point?
frame
What's
where you
the
kind of
point?
were looking at the child, then you look off.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Your fault, weirdo. Right, okay, let's go. What's happening now? Is it judging time?
You wanna read it? Sure. Yeah, I think Michelle's ready to go.
Tomorrow you'll meet with the judges. Only 10 of you will continue in the hopes of becoming America's Next Top Model. One of you will be eliminated.
No accommodations have been made for the other girls and for Michelle here about her condition. Have you seen? They haven't said, okay, we're going to give you a room away from other people. We're going to give you all your own stuff, all your own everything so that we can prevent the spread of this, but you can still be in the competition.
If I'm the last two again this week,
What a
I will freak
train
out.
wreck. Train wreck
I'm definitely
this episode
worried.
is.
If I get eliminated because the whole skin thing,
You should
I'd
not be eliminated.
pissed off.
No, you should never be eliminated for a skin condition you can't control. Sorry. Oh dear.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Now it's time to make our fourth cut, which will bring us one step closer towards determining who will become America's next top model.
Now, of
Low
course, you
rise
guys know
jeans
we
and a
have some
camisole.
amazing prizes.
Right, what is the amazing
first
prize?
is a contract with top international model management company, Ford Models.
Ford?
A spread in Elle magazine.
Ellen, where you can only model if your name is Ellen.
Gilles Ben Simon.
Gilles Ben Simon.
And a $100,000 contract with CoverGirl Cosmetics.
CoverGirl.
So now, of course,
Put
you guys
that
know we
base
have a
up your
crazy
wig.
panel of judges, starting
Right.
with
do we
Janice
have?
Dickinson,
There she
one
is.
of the world's first supermodels.
Crazy
Nigel Barker,
lady.
a noted fashion
Nigel
photographer.
Bisquish.
Noe
We have not seen Nigel Bisquish for a little while, have we? No.
prominent fashion editor and stylist.
Where's your
and
little-
does our special guest
your little
judge look
woman,
familiar to you
Mia?
all? Yes. Mr. Jim DeYonker. Jim is the producer of all of your photo shoots. So now it's time for your
Chaser.
evaluations.
Chaser, go!
Then the judges will deliberate and will determine which one of you should be eliminated.
Right, okay. Oh God, what's this now?
So
More
this week, Jay
CoverGirl.
Manuel taught you all about applying makeup, but sometimes you have to look good at a moment's notice, and sometimes you don't have a mirror. I knew it. So that's what
Oh, it's the
today's
no mirror makeup
challenge
challenge.
is. You
No
will
mirror
have
makeup challenge,
3
Botse. No mirror
minutes
makeup wig.
to apply a full, fierce night face
Apply a
with
full, fierce
absolutely no brushes, no applicators, and no mirror. Are you ready
Why?
to dive in?
Why? It's not going to make CoverGirl makeup look good, is it? Why do that? Weird idea. Someone in marketing was like, oh, what a great idea, yes.
Flash it on, girls. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna need you to move. I'm gonna
No
need you to move.
sanitization.
4, 3, 2, time. Robin, hands in the air. Everybody get back in line. Alrighty, first we're gonna have Brittany.
As a makeup artist, that was actually foul to say because, yes, it's fun to do that kind of a challenge for YouTube or perhaps TikTok or Instagram or something with your own cosmetics, but to like do that with a room full of people and then all like share. The way that I would have done this if you wanted this to be a little challenge is you would have presented each one with a goodie bag, each model with a little goodie bag and be like, using the products in here, no mirror, no brushes, no applicators, go. And that way we would have seen that each person had their own little kit to get ready with, and that was only theirs. Just gross. This whole episode, really gross.
Cruella. Oh my god! That's horrible!
Right? Can you imagine that walking into a party? Looks more like the sort of morning after makeup.
You took the makeup like a Crayola instead of an actual makeup tool.
Alrighty, Brittany, you had a
What do they
photo
expect?
shoot
What
where
is
we
this?
made
Is
you
this a
a
humiliation
different
ritual,
ethnicity.
this whole episode?
Here is your best shot. Sister, you look like a black girl, You like my
I
cousin.
was feeling it. I loved it.
Brittany, this picture reminds me of a picture of me and my mama. It's bringing me back. All right, Brittany, thanks. Naima.
It looks kind of like a Rand McNally roadmap in the face.
Here's your best shot. She was Icelandic.
You're one of those girls that who knows where you're from. So it's quite hard.
It was very overlaid sentence, but also Nigel Bisquish. Why does it matter?
You're one of those girls that who knows where you're from.
Who knows where
so
you're
it's quite
from?
hard to switch
She
your
does, she-
ethnicity.
Cringe.
Cringe. You know, you're such a beautiful girl. This looks like a mall photograph.
Also, these are terrible photos. This photography pair, terrible. Really not good. This is very, yeah, as Janice Dickinson says, very Olin Mills. What is the framing of this shot? What's the point? The point is it's an advertising campaign for milk, isn't it? So, like, does this shot make you go,
I simply must support the dairy industry. Where's my glass of milk?
no. Does it? Definitely not.
Icelandic.
You're one of those girls that who knows where you're from.
What does
so
it
it's quite
matter?
hard to switch your ethnicity. Yeah.
You know, you're such a beautiful girl. This looks like a mall photograph.
But is it her fault when she's literally been forced to switch ethnicities, put on a hideous wig and a hat and a child and milk moustache? It's just a bit much.
It's a car wreck.
You know what you did? You did the 1970s cheek when the blush went all the way into the hairline, kind of into the hair too.
Disco.
My mama used to work that. And here's your
Well,
best shot.
it's back, girls.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Wow,
I love Renaissance style lighting, chiaroscuro style lighting. You know, give me a loop lighting setup at any moment of the day. This, too much. This is a milk advert. We're advertising milk. This is just bad photography.
One thing I would have liked is if you didn't smile as much. I would have liked to see you say, ciao bella.
I think you hit a home run. You did a great job.
We're always saying you're so safe, so this, kind of took you to the edge, which was really important for you. Next is Kenya. You're rocking the shirt. You're giving us some subliminal, think about that.
Next week.
You don't have any night makeup going on at all.
You gotta put some makeup on. I mean, that's a challenge here.
Here is your best shot. Oh, it's gorgeous. Love.
Koreatown, here we come, girl.
This shot is absolutely breathtaking. I don't even see a black girl. I see an Asian woman, and that's what this is about embodying it from the inside out. You nailed this.
Horrible, 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 horrible. And I know there's going to be some people out there that are like, oh my God, Luxeria, but you're a trans woman. You're basically doing the same thing. You're doing woman face. You inherit your race and your heritage from your parents. You do not inherit your gender and your gender expression from your parents. You inherit that from society.
Thank you. Noelle, here's your best shot.
You look fabulous.
The one thing that I saw is your eye range. You give us this the whole time. It's the same eyes. You gotta change it up. Okay. Just give us variety.
Okay. Noelle, it's okay for all the other girls to wear flip-flops except you.
You're the shortest girl.
You have to pretend as if you're just as tall as those other girls.
I just don't see model in front of me.
I don't see edge.
I don't see anything.
No
I don't
edge,
see.
no.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's
Tatiana.
It's so bitter, isn't it? I mean, it is aging model, upset with everyone else, but it is also just such a cutthroat industry.
Wow. She was half black and half white.
Can we see the close-up on Cher?
I think your face is dead. I don't like the face at all.
Kaylin. So you had a makeup, what? I don't see no makeup. Wow.
Ooh, that is stunning.
This should show you how much makeup you can apply to your face and still look natural.
Christina.
Yeah, but that's because the photo, he says that, but this is the most overly edited photo I've ever seen. Even the child's face is deeply edited. 10 years younger, prenatal. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Awful.
Show you how
Bad
much
imagery
makeup
again.
you
What is the point with this lighting?
Christina. So you had a
Oh
makeup
God, what's
challenge.
this
Let's
song,
check you
right?
out.
Called
It's
to the
not
wake.
edgy. There's nothing there. I mean, it's very plain Jane.
East Indian.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow,
You look
racist.
possessed.
She is a deer in headlights. That's it, right there.
Tiffany. You had a photo shoot. Here's your best shot. She was Native American.
Native American Indian, yeah.
Yikes. You look like a madam in a brothel.
I don't feel like you're bringing anything from within. All right, thanks.
What she meant to bring. I wish we could hear some people's opinions here. We're not hearing any opinions from the contestants about being involved in this project. And the thing is, there are some opinionated reality TV stars here, and I bet they had a thing or two to say. And I'm sure the only critique was not just from Naima.
I would have loved to see you. You always put on tons of mascara like Tammy Faye, like I do. And lots of eyeliner. It would have been nice to see you with a bright red lip because your lips are so nice.
I love it. I love it.
There's no passion in the face or any strong, feeling.
My problem is that your look, for me, is not translating into pictures the way I would like to see it.
Michelle.
Well, give us some
Somebody's
coaching
walking up
then.
very hesitant.
But right now, you're just so uncomfortable. You're not coming off strong, and it's coming off very unattractive.
Why don't you tell him what's going on?
What's going on, baby?
Because I know.
I think it's pronounced impetigo, I believe. It's just like a bacterial thing.
You fool me. I didn't know that you had this until your attitude just hunched up and said, I am hiding a deep, dark secret. You must learn how to forget it.
Here is your best shot. She was an Eskimo. If you think about Eskimos and the intensity that culture has, it would have been nice maybe kind of straight on and just kind of, I just felt.
The intensity that culture has. What does that mean? It's so offensive when fashion reduces something to just the intensity that culture has, just whoosh.
Cold.
I agree. It's a horrible picture. And I could have done so much better.
Now look, you've made her cry.
I wish you were crying in the picture because you look gorgeous right now. One morning I woke up
Horrible
and I had
thing
a
to say.
sty in my eye that made me look like an alien from another planet. But I went to work anyway, and I spent the rest of the day.
Michelle has an incredible eye shape. She's got that very villainesque, gorgeous, uplifted eye shape. That is, do you know, I would pay thousands and thousands and thousands to achieve that eye shape. That is so beautiful. Michelle's like face structure. Oh, gorgeous. Also, look at that lip shape. Ah,
Posing like
she has what every single model, every single Instagram baddie is going for now. That she has it naturally.
and I spent the rest of the day posing like that.
Did you? Did you really?
You just
Aging
gotta project
supermodel
happiness no matter what.
attacks new woman.
Thanks, honey.
Right, here we go, girls. Oh God, right, here we go. And they're all coming
I
back.
have 11 beautiful girls standing in front of me, but I only have 10 photos in my hands.
Right, God.
And these 10 photos
Who's gonna
represent
go?
the 10 girls that will still be in the running towards becoming America's next top
Maybe
model.
Noelle might go. Noelle versus
The first name that
Tatiana
I'm
in the
going to call.
bottom.
Rebecca, the down-home girl next door, proved that with a little Italian contessa, she could be edgy. Congratulations. You're still in the running towards becoming America's next top model. Thank you. Christina. Tatiana. Tiffany.
Quite surprised.
Your
Tatiana
face is undeniably strong, but you can't just rely on that. You gotta give me that extra. Thanks. Kaylin. Naima. Brittany. Brittany, my sister, you worked this picture. Thank you.
Who's gonna... Oh.
Michelle.
Yeah, you could not.
Michelle, models get styes, they get herpes on their lips. Gotta stay strong, and you gotta stay focused. Congratulations. You're still in the running towards becoming America's next top model. Thank you. Will Yuvie and Noelle please step forward?
Right. Yuvi's in the bottom for the second time.
I only have one photo in my
Noelle
hands.
might go.
And this photo represents the girl that will still be in the running towards becoming America's next top
Although
model.
Yuvi was in the bottom.
I will
last
only
week.
call one name.
Right.
The girl that I do not call must immediately return to her loft, pack her belongings, and leave. Two of you represent the opposite of one another. Yuvie, the judges look at you as having all the potential in the world. And then 3 out of 4 times, your pictures have been wah, wah, wah. Noelle.
Keep putting her
the
in
judges see you and they
stupid
say,
makeup.
She doesn't really look like a model in person, but we look at her pictures and she photographs beautifully. Who should go home? The girl with all the potential in the world, or the girl that's not very model-esque, but takes a good picture?
What a horrible thing to say.
Yuvie, congratulations.
Oh, I'm surprised. Am I surprised? No.
You're still in the running towards becoming America's next top model. Thank you so much, guys.
Imagine your last photo shoot on an internationally acclaimed TV show.
Thank you so much.
Being a race swapping one. That's so bonkers.
You know, you can either dwell on it or you can love it for what the experience that it was, or I can piss and moan about the fact I didn't win.
Piss and moan, girl. Piss and vinegar.
What I think's next for me is definitely getting home to see my baby.
Yes.
Because I wanted to be able to provide a better life for my son.
Yes. Although Tyra did say, oh yeah, if you've got a baby, it's fine. Loads of models have babies now. And then she was like, bye, Ken Mark. It's all your fault. I've got some thoughts. Well, I think we can collectively say, as a reaction commentary channel and audience here, what the fuck was that? I didn't actually realise that today's episode was going to be this one. I feel like my mood has been taken from up here on a roller coaster all the way down to the bottom where it's not running, just like Hyperia currently in Thorpe Park. I will forever ever be shocked that anyone thought that a photo shoot of that scale, that vibe was a good idea. I am not, however, surprised that we didn't hear anyone stand out about it or speak out about it from the contestants' point of view, because I honestly feel like there's a power play, power dynamics here. I know nowadays it's very easy to call out people who aren't behaving in a very good way publicly, especially with social media. I couldn't even tell you if an article written at the time would have even suggested that this is bad taste, in bad taste. More than bad taste, harmful. Because I certainly, around the time that this was airing, did not read anything like that. Did not see anyone say that this is a bad idea. But I was a teenager. I was very young when this came out. 14 or 15 years old. I was not in a position of power whilst watching this. However, this would have influenced so many people. And that's not even talking about the negative way that they spoke about Michelle and her skin condition that she probably had developed here in this LA apartment. Like, sure, they're allowed out of the apartment and they're allowed to, like, out to do things, but they are effectively in quarantine. And I just find it so weird that none of the production members were, like, stepping in to make sure that she was okay. It's like this whole storyline was just used as, like, ha ha, she's infected. And where were the accommodations after her hospital visit? After she found out what it is, after she'd found out what treatments options there are, and the fact that it is, in fact, contagious through contact, where were the accommodations made for her? Nowhere to be seen. Well, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's absolutely bonkers, probably the most notoriously problematic episode ever of America's Next Top Model. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. And with that, my loves, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. And as always, my lovelies, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Orkos Samoji, Ariadia X, Becky Johnson, Beebles32, Cameron Pittman, Shell Herman, ContraPoints, Eric Castillo, Finch Dunham, Jen Martin, Jenny Wood, Caitlin Wright, Larissa Says Relax, Leanne Jones, Lenore, Les Banana, Mo Sherman, Novembrix, Paolo Rivera, Sky Dorim, Steph Utek, Taylor Martin, and Vicky Walsh. And you know what, my loves? I think I'm going to leave on the note of, if you're in a situation where someone is going through something that they cannot control, don't make it worse by making them feel shit. Just don't do that. Don't do that. We're not doing all that. Don't do that. And with that, my loves, I'll see you in the next one. Ugh.